some people did some things.
Kind of left, but yesterday, after he made a stop at a Target, he did get pulled over by ICE agents, and once he was able to produce his passport ID, they did let him go.
So your son went to Target last night with his passport.
He always carries it with him.
In case he gets pulled over.
Yes.
Which he did by ICE.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're glad that he's okay, and we're very glad to see you. Thank you to your husband, to Jean, also for coming in. We appreciate it in the cold.
Yeah. Thank
Right.
you for having me.
All right. Absolutely.
I know that the Trump administration's immigration crackdown has become very personal for you, even though you're a member of Congress. You've said that federal immigration agents actually pulled over your son on Saturday and asked him to prove his citizenship. He is, of course, a U.S. citizen, as are you. The Department of Homeland Security says, and I'm quoting them, ICE has absolutely zero record of its officers or agents pulling over Congresswoman Omar's son.
Boom.
And have accused you of seeking to, quote, demonize ICE as part of a PR stunt, their words. What do you say to that?
Well, if ICE is saying that they have documentation of every single person that they have pulled over in Minneapolis, we would love to see that record, because we've certainly, myself and the governor, have been asking them to share information with us on the ways in which they have interacted with Minnesotans, and they have not been able to provide a single information. So it is amazing that they're able to put out this statement saying definitely that they did not pull my son over when they haven't been able to answer anything else. And ICE has been known to lie when it comes to their enforcement.
Well, the person that's been known to lie, Ilhan, is you. You've been known to lie, like marrying your brother, like all of a sudden having $30 million. You know, I mean, like some bad people did some things, that kind of stuff. You know, she's been known to lie, and she's lying right here. You could tell. Now, listen, there's no way. And I think she has two or three sons. I looked it up, and she has a daughter. Which son? Be more specific. Tell us which son it was. All right. And I don't know if y'all saw the interview, but in that interview, she was stating that her son was out with his friends. Right. Check this out. Now, you know, in today's time, you know what friends are going to do the moment you do something that's outstanding. Like, let's say the police are pulling you over and you know you're not going to go to jail. They're going to pull out their phones and record. Where is the evidence that her son was pulled over? They was out with friends. They was out getting something to eat, and they went to Target, and he got pulled over. Where is the evidence? And which son was it? You're telling a lie, Ilhan. It's a lie. And everybody knows it's a lie. So because ICE does not want to share their records with you, well, I'm sure they're building a case against you and your governor, Tim Walz. And they're not going to share their information with you until you get to court. But here she is again. You know, the thing about it, the arrogance, you know, the fraud, the boldness, the evil, the disrespect that she brings is incredible. And I can't wait for her time and her moment to come, you know, to disrespect our president, to come to our country and be rescued by this country. And to show the type of disrespect is crazy. And you know, anyway, here, check this out.
And his wife. There are a lot of people who are talking about him just wanting to have a civil debate. There is nothing more up, you know, like than to completely pretend that, you know, his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for the last decade or so. These people are full of and it's important.
These people. Well, if we're so full of it, go back to your country, right? And see how full of it though your people are. We're gonna get y'all out of here. It's coming. We have to be patient and prayerful. But this type of evil, we don't deserve this. The only reason we have this plague, the only reason we have this evil, these roaches, these unclean beasts, these wicked people, is because wicked people was in control of this country. I'm talking about the Democrats. The Democrats, if I were in Congress, and I'm running for U.S. Congress here, if I were in Congress, I would work hard to designate the Democrats as a terrorist organization. Listen, what they have done, ladies and gentlemen, patriots and friends, to open up the border and let 40 million unvetted people into this country is beyond terrorism. It's beyond an attack on our freedom and on our civility and on our Constitution. Citizens are being killed, raped, hidden, taken as sex slaves, trafficked, kicked out on the street, homeless, because the housing crisis had gone up because of this influx of all of these crazy people coming into this country whose rent was subsidized by the very government that we paid our taxes to. And this woman with this vitriol for our country, we are going to have a party. Let's set it up right now. Let's agree that when this happened, you and I are going to go live right here on my channel, and we are going to have a praise celebration. We're going to give Jesus the praise, and we're going to stomp on the head of Allah and all of these Somalians.
Important for us to call them out while we feel anger and sadness. Like, I have empathy for his kids and his wife. There are a lot.
And we had empathy for you when we brought you here from your war-torn crap hole country. And now you're rich. Now you're it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we must make a pact that we will never allow, with our vote, a person who was not born in this country, a person, and they could be very well, I mean, there's some good folks, there's some good people, but we cannot afford to do this anymore because we're giving pieces and chunks of our country away when we elect foreign-born people into this country who worship strange gods. We have to stop it. Yeah, listen, the First Amendment gives you the freedom to worship any god you want. You can worship the devil if you want to. That's on you. But we as the voters should look and say, okay, this person worships the devil named Allah. Well, you know, I'm not gonna vote for that person. I think this person's a great person, great citizen, and all of that. But because I have wisdom and I have the power of God in me, I don't think a person who worships the devil should be making laws for me and my children to live by. Come on, am I right? Am I right or am I right? So listen, let everybody know about my channel. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think she's lying? Do you see the body language? You see the eyes? Do you think she's a liar, or do you think President Donald Trump is a liar? Do you think she's a liar, or do you think ICE and Tom Homan is the liar? I think she's the liar. What do you think? I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.